Welcome everyone to CSE's Green Table Talks, the Pandemic Christmas 2020 edition. Dr. Rhonda and I are thrilled to have our favorites, fan favorites, Alicia Fitz and Develon Davis from Peach State Federal Credit Union. We've been partnered with Peach State now for several years, and they are coming to us today to share some of their personal holiday tips on how to come out of the pandemic Christmas better, not bitter. So I'd love for you all to introduce yourselves. I've got my Ride and Multiply Christmas partner, Dr. Rhonda Anderson, in the space with me. So Dr. Rhonda, if you'd introduce yourself.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm Dr. Rhonda Anderson again, and I am the Director of Curriculum and Program Planning for Community Sustainability Enterprise.
And Miss Alicia and Develon, introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Alicia Fitz, Business Development Professional with Peach State Federal Credit Union. So excited to be here on the Green Table Talks platform. Thank you, Deirdre. Thank you, Dr. Rhonda. And now we'll lead it off with Develon.
And yes, Develon Davis, Business Development, Regional Business Executive with Peach State Federal Credit Union. Excited to be here and on the Green Table Talk platform.
We're excited to have you all and very excited to hear how you all are realigning your finances with your values. I think now that we are in this pandemic, we're in it. We've been in it for a minute. The holidays are now here, and we're here to really support people in making sure they come out of the holidays, again, better, not bitter. They come out of the holidays without a debt hangover, and they come out of the holidays having more money than month. So let's get straight to it. So I want to ask a question of Alicia and Develon. I want to ask you this question. So talk to us a little bit about how the pandemic has caused you all personally to realign your finances with your values.
Great question, Deirdre. Basically for us, getting more involved with practicing DIY solutions, which was the first for my family and I, and very different because, you know, you're dealing with gifts that you put together and you hoping that someone would like them. But the key thing is it's a personal touch. And so it's a beautiful thing when you can save money, build time and relationships with a better relationship with your family, and still save money along the way. So I think that's basically how Christmas is, or how we've planned for our Christmas holidays.
And for the Fitz family, we've just had to stick to our budget this year and set limits and stick to them. That's just been really, we haven't veered from our budget like we've been able to years past, but this year we've really had to stick to it.
Awesome. That's good stuff. Thank you for sharing. And now Develon and Alicia, you all are going to share 3 DIY savings hacks to help the folks listening understand how they can still create a festive holiday environment, still embrace the family, love on the family, and send everybody back home feeling loved, feeling affirmed, and still being a part of the holidays. So talk to us about that.
Yes. In our world over here, we say 'tis the season to create your holiday budget. And but the key thing is to stick to it. And a lot of people wonder, how do you get started? You know, and I simply say, hey, just look at your essential expenses first. And by doing that, you can kind of determine your budget. And also, while determining your budget, you understand what disposable income you have. And that leads you to understand what money you will have for your holiday budget. You know, a great money for you guys to designate that money for, or to store that money, so to speak, would be with Peach State Federal Credit Union. We still offer holiday club accounts. And literally, guys, what you can do is once you figure out the disposable income after that you want to put into your holiday budget, then you can just simply, whatever that number is, divided by the 12 months, of course. And then let's just say if it's $100, which leads to be $1,200 at the end of the year, then you can take that simply and just direct deposit it into your account every month with Peach State, and we'll love to have you. Simultaneously, what you also will do is you'll have that money set aside, and it'll be opened up toward I would say the beginning of November, so to speak, and that money will come directly into your account, and now you can plan for a short holiday trip. You can even plan for those gift purchases and the holiday decor and preparation for a festive gathering. And remember, the key thing this time is that instead of you just having the splurge of the 1,200, you might even be able to save some of it because you are trying these new DIY solution creative ideas that you're trying with your family.
Awesome. Miss Fitz?
Yes, so this year, what I want to talk about is all we want for Christmas is to set gift giving limits. Now, 2020 has been a difficult year for many with the pandemic. It's definitely been eventful for me. I've had a new baby, I've become a homeowner with my husband, and my husband started a new job. So that's a lot. Financially, it is as well. So what I had to do this year is my husband and I, we sat around at the kitchen table. Again, we had to realign our budget a couple times. You know, sometimes what's working for you in February is not going to work in June. So just resetting your limits. And so for Christmas, what we did is we sat down and we had a conversation with one another, and we planned as far as what we can afford for gifts this year. And so we've set some limits. We've set gift giving limits. And what my whole entire family, we like to do is something like a secret Santa. And of course, you all could do that as well. You'll get together with your family and friends. And it's a cost saving practice because you can choose um, one person's name, and you'll pluck their name, and then you'll go and purchase a gift for that person. But it ensures that everybody will be able to receive a gift, and a gift of value that they like. Of course, you'll have a list of the items that they might want for Christmas this year, and look at your budget. Can you spend between $15 to $50? What would be your budget limit for the family? And everyone will get a value gift of $50, right? So instead of you having to spend a gift for mom, dad, nieces, nephews, everyone leaves with something, you know, and everyone's happy at the end of the day. So that's just an idea I would like to share. You know, that's something we're going to absolutely do this year. And so Devlin, I know you're a family man, right?
Damn.
Can you give us a money saving idea when it comes to holiday gathering?
You know what? I got a great one. You know, us Mississippi folks, we really love to eat. And, you know, my family and I, we're the king and queens of personalized dishes, and we love potlucks. We really do. So what we do is we try to use the families who has the biggest house or the largest house, so to speak, that can accommodate us. And depending on the year, you know, sometimes we actually have to rent a venue. But even with that, you know, so either we're saving costs at someone's house and we don't have to pay for a venue, or if we do have to get the venue, we split that cost amongst one another, which ultimately saves everyone money. Now, let's talk about these personalized dishes. Now, I'm known for the chicken tetrazzini. I'm sorry,
Okay.
and I have a sister that's known for her spaghetti. I got a cousin that's known for her mac and cheese. Now, turkey, you just probably want to order it. You know what I mean? But needless to say, we have our fan favorites, and hopefully, you know, when you have the fan favorite, it's the better dish. So, and by creating these dishes, everyone's not necessarily tied up with their time, trying to create a large meal and prepare that large meal for everyone. We then have to cater it in, which can be quite pricey. And simultaneously, what what we did do was created a family environment that had a personal touch. Everyone got an opportunity to be with one another. We all saved money. And of course, all the food was delicious. So I say to it all is that, you know, during that season, you know, it's okay to not have to, you know, not go against the grain, so to speak, and not have to go with the norm where, you know, you spend so much money during that time just on food.
Good stuff.
Awesome.
Anything else you'd like to share, Miss Fitz?
Again, that's something that we do too as well, Devlin, is with holiday gatherings, we'll put together, because it can be a lot sometimes if one family hosting, that can be expensive, especially if you're a family that likes to eat, you know, buying the ingredients and um, having to prepare it. So um, that was a great hack. Thank you, Devlin.
Awesome. So, Dr. Rhonda, based on all of these amazing DIY hacks that Develon and Miss Alicia have shared, do you have any questions?
I have one question in particularly, because I know that discussing finances can be pretty hard for people. Can you both share any tips for people needing to have a serious financial conversation about their Christmas budget with their family and friends?
Yes, yes. Great question. Wasn't expecting that one. What I would say is that don't run from the conversation. Start that conversation early as possible. There's no need to delay. Your budget is your budget, and if you've had situations, someone may have lost a job, you might have had to shift income toward a different direction. Someone may actually have caught COVID, but either way, you have to live and honor your budget, which allows you to be honest and know that in this season that everyone has a heart because the pandemic is real. Alicia?
I just want to offer some encouragement to everyone that may be experiencing financial hardships. I just want to encourage you that and let you know that it's no shame to have a budget. It's actually very responsible, and it's okay to be responsible. And just kind of use that angle when you start the conversation with your family. And also, just as a reminder, you don't want to let the stress of gift giving take away from the joy of Christmas. Again, just sometimes you just got to reevaluate. And if it's too much for you, just be honest with your family. And they're your family. They love you and they'll understand.
And
Great
I
advice.
and I would end with being honest with yourself, being honest with your situation, and being honest with your budget allows you to be loyal to your needs and to your
Yes.
situation and your family at most. And in the famous words of Dr. Rhonda, it's about the presence, not the present.
Awesome. And on that note, I think we are going to jingle jangle our way out of this Zoom room. I want to thank you guys so much, Peach State Federal Credit Union, Develon and Alicia, first of all, for your partnership in 2020 and beyond. And secondly, for coming in and being transparent and sharing the things you're doing in your personal households to help others. Because that's what this season is really all about, uplifting others and supporting them so that they can get to where they need to be. So I'm looking forward to the rest of this webinar series. Again, this webinar was all about making sure that people walk into 2021 better, not bitter, and
Yes.
not having a debt hangover. So you guys nailed that one. So again, we're jingle jangling our way on out of here. Thank you guys. And we will see you at the next webinar. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays, everybody.